Hi Gemini, this is Lisa from the Animals Magic Shop with your weekly animal spirit message for the week of November 27th through December 4th. And we hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving with something good to eat and at least one thing to be thankful for. Okay, let's get into your reading, Gemini. Animal spirits and guides, what message would you like to give Gemini this week to help them out a little bit, make their life a little bit easier? This card has come right out, so we'll take it. Okay, Gemini, you have Snake, and Snake has a couple of different messages for you. Take one or both of them as they resonate. First of all, Snake is signaling that this is a good week for you to undergo some type of rebirth. Now, this may be, well, first of all, it may be an unconscious happening where, by that I mean you don't bring this rebirth on yourself by intention. It might just happen to you. And I'll mention that it's going to be to your benefit, and it's a good type of rebirth, so nothing to fear this week, Gemini. So something may happen to you this week that will completely change your perspective on something or change your opinion, especially maybe of yourself on something, or change your outlook on something or your belief on something. So Gemini, you can expect, for some of you, not all of you, something to perhaps happen to you this week to give you a rebirth, and it may even be something that cheers you up and makes you feel optimistic and hopeful. Whatever it is, it's going to be a good thing. And one way this might happen is through some outside influence, and how that may come could be in many ways. It could be something that somebody says to you, or it could be an event that you witness, or something that happens to you personally. But you can expect something to change in your life this week, Gemini. Now, the other way that a rebirth can happen is through your own conscious efforts. So, Gemini, Snake is saying that the energy this week is very good for you to undertake some type of voluntary rebirth if you would like, if this is something that you've been wishing for. Perhaps there's a habit that you want to change, or something new that you want to start, or a project that you'd like to bring to fruition, or a project that you'd like to begin, or maybe you'd like to take a course in something or learn how to do something new. This is a good week for you to do something like that, Gemini. Now, the other message that Snake has for you has to do with toxins and poisons and transmuting those. Now, first of all, Snake would caution you to be careful about what you eat this week. First of all, what you put into your body. It could be an especially beneficial week for you to eat well and eat healthy, rather than concentrate on the negative and say don't, eat a lot of junk food, and don't drink a lot of alcohol, and hopefully don't do any drugs. But there's a need for you this week, Gemini, to change. Perhaps I'm getting something that you're doing that isn't healthy for you. So the first thing you might want to look at, if you don't know what it is already, you might already know what it is that you you should look at changing. If you know you drink too much or if you eat too much junk food, then obviously you might want to stop doing that. And this would be an especially good week to do that, as far as being successful in the change that you'd like to see, and also an important week for you to do that, because it might affect you, especially this week, in a negative way. So this could also, apart from the physical things that you put into your body, Gemini, this could also have something to do with transmuting your negative thoughts into positive ones. And that may be a number of different things. It could be your outlook on life has been very, cynical or negative lately, and unfortunately our thoughts do draw to us different things. So if you think a lot of negative things, Gemini, then it's pretty likely that a lot of negative things will be drawn to you, and vice versa. If you start to think of more positive things and having a more positive outlook and picturing more positive outcomes, then you can transmute your situation or your circumstances from toxic into something more positive. Now, another message I'm getting, and this may just be for a couple of people or just for one person, is to consider letting go of any person who is a toxic influence in your life. And I'm pretty sure that you would know who this person is. Snake is saying that this is an especially good week for you to have maybe the strength to detach yourself from this person and their energy. If you feel that somebody is constantly putting you down or dragging you down, or if somebody is making you feel smaller than you are, not as good, second choice, anybody who makes you cry, definitely. This would be a good week for you to have the courage, perhaps, to detach from them, because sometimes it's just not so easy to walk away from somebody. I mean, you could even, be married to them or in a committed relationship with this person, or maybe it's one of your parents or your siblings or a coworker that you sit right next to in work, or a boss. So it's really not as easy as just walking away all the time. So if you can't physically cut off ties with this person or walk away from them, then the only alternative you might have in the meantime, until you can do something permanent about it, is to not allow yourself to be triggered and upset by this person. And that can be really, really difficult if it's somebody that you have to interact with on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis, and especially difficult if it's somebody that you live with. So Snake is saying that this would be a good week the energies would be right, and it would be easier for you to let this person go or let this relationship go. And if you can't, then look for different things to look for different ways to distance yourself emotionally from this person or even situation if you can't do so physically. Okay? So those are your messages for this week, Gemini. This last part doesn't apply to everybody. It may be just for one person, and if it is just for that one person, I wish you the best of luck, because I know it's not always as easy as it's made out to be. Okay, good luck this week, Gemini, and I'll see you next time. Bye.